There are times when the sky seems silent. You pray, you wait, you cry, and nothing changes. The wind doesn't blow, the answers don't come, and your heart feels the weight of a time when God seems distant. But it is precisely in this silence that the Lord works most profoundly. God's silence is not absence, it is preparation. He is shaping the unseen, aligning paths, and strengthening his faith for what is to come. Before every turning point, there is a time of trial. Before restoration, there is the desert. And perhaps this is your moment now, the time when you don't understand the why, but continue to trust the who. The Lord sees your tears. He knows every loss, every unspoken word, every prayer made in the darkness of dawn. And just as the dawn breaks through the shadows of night, his presence will come upon you with light, comfort, and answers. The word says that the Lord turned Job's captivity around, but before the turnaround, there was a time of suffering. And yet, God never forsook him. The same is true for you. Even when everything seems still, heaven continues to write your story. God has not forgotten you. What you call silence, he calls building. He is writing, behind the scenes of his life, the chapter that will change everything. A new beginning is being prepared. And when he turns your captivity around, it will be impossible not to see the miracle. Today, take a deep breath. You are not alone. God's pause is not abandonment, it's purpose. Trust in the author of your story, because he never leaves anything unfinished. Close your eyes now and say, Lord, I choose to trust, even without understanding. I believe that your silence is bringing about my transformation. Before the blessing, there is the process. And this process is often not easy. It hurts, it demands faith when everything else fails, and hope when nothing seems to make sense. But it is precisely in this process that God transforms you into someone ready to receive what is to come. The Lord is not in a hurry. He works at the right time, neither too soon nor too late. What seems like backwardness today is, in fact, divine precision at work in the details. Every tear, every loss, every silence, everything has a purpose. Job's trial was not punishment, it was construction, and yours is too. God is teaching you to depend not on circumstances, but on his faithfulness. It's teaching you to trust, not when everything is going well, but when everything seems to be falling apart. Restoration begins within. Before God changes things around you, he changes something within you. He makes you stronger, more mature, more sensitive to his voice. And when the heart learns to rest, the turning point arrives. The process prepares the ground for the miracle, and what comes next will be so great that it will make every tear worthwhile. Perhaps today you are still in the middle of the journey, but God has already foreseen the end, and he assures us, what is being prepared is far better than what has been lost. Nothing you've been through will be wasted. Every pain will be transformed into a testimony, and the same God who reversed Job's captivity is reversing your story now. Breathe. The process is not the end, it is the prelude to victory. Say in prayer, Lord, I accept your timing. Even in the midst of pain, I believe that something new is being born. I trust in you because I know that the best is yet to come. There is something powerful in the way God transforms what seemed like an end into a new beginning. What you lost, what crumbled, what seemed beyond repair, God can rewrite it. He specializes in chapters that begin again after the pain. When everything in Job's life seemed lost, God not only restored, he multiplied. And that is what he does for those who remain faithful, even in the midst of pain. The Lord doesn't just give back what was taken away, he gives back in abundance, with something new, full of purpose and meaning. Perhaps what you lost won't come back in exactly the same form, and that's okay. Because God doesn't repeat blessings, he creates something even better. The story he is writing now is different, deeper, more mature, more full of grace. There are losses that seem unfair, but they become the soil from which a powerful testimony springs. What was once pain is transformed into ministry. What was once a failure becomes a strength, and what seemed like an end becomes a beginning. The Lord does not waste tears. Each one of them is a seed watering the soil of promise. And when his time comes, what blossoms is something that human eyes cannot explain. Only give thanks. You may not understand everything you've experienced, but you will understand the reason for it all when you see what God is preparing. He doesn't just rewrite history, he gives new meaning to what seemed lost. Today, declare with faith, Lord, I believe you are rewriting my story. Transform my pain into purpose and turn my desert into a garden. When God's time comes, nothing can prevent the fulfillment of the promise. The wind blows again, life flourishes where there was once ashes, and the heart feels that the heavens have moved in its favor. The Lord turned Job's captivity around, and so he will do for you. The same God who allowed the process is the God who brings restoration, and when he acts, no loss remains, no pain lasts forever, no desert doesn't end in rain. God's promise never expires. It doesn't miss the deadline. It doesn't fade with time. It isn't invalidated by circumstances. What is yours by purpose, time cannot steal. God is turning the page in your story. Suffering will not be the final chapter. Tears won't be the last word. A new beginning is being written, and it begins now. Everything that seemed still begins to move. Everything that was dry begins to bloom. Because the God who restores doesn't patch things up, he makes them new. Today is a day to believe again. Today is a day to lift your eyes and see that God's hand is still upon you. He is leading you to a new season, a season of restoration, abundance, and peace. You will see what Job saw, the faithfulness of a God who never fails. And when that happens, you'll look back and understand that it was all worth it, because every tear brought you closer to your purpose. Pray with me, Lord, thank you that your time has come. I receive the new things that come from you. It restores, transforms, and makes flourish what seemed lost. I believe the best of my story is yet to come. There comes a sacred moment when the soul finally begins to breathe again. After all the storms, all the waiting, all the questions that seemed unanswerable, peace arrives. It is not the peace that the world gives, but the peace that only God can plant deeply in a surrendered heart. It's the calm that comes when you finally understand. Nothing was in vain. Every tear, every silence, every closed door had a divine purpose. The story isn't over, it's just turned a page. And this new chapter begins with a whisper from heaven. Calm down. I'm still here. I've always been here. At that moment, you realize that restoration isn't just about recovering what was lost. It's about discovering who you've become while you were waiting. You are no longer the same person who walked into the storm. Now you are stronger, deeper, and your faith has roots that cannot be shaken. God not only restored what was taken away, he gave meaning to everything that was broken. He transformed ashes into testimony, silence into song, pain into purpose. And this peace, this holy and inexplicable peace, is the mark of a God who finishes what he begins. When he writes the final line of his story, it always ends in grace. So breathe, smile, lift your eyes to the sky. The chapter of pain has ended. The chapter of glory begins now. Amen.